Hello friends, Namaskar. Thank you so much for your support and appreciation and all the suggestions which you gave me in my comment box. Some of you wanted to know about German education system. So here I am. Today we will discuss about German education system. German education start from the 6 years of age. Before that, like from 8 weeks a child is till 3 years, we have Kita. Kita is like your crèche. Kindertagesstätte. It is open from 7 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock, and from 3 years of age till 6 years of age we have kindergarten. This Kita and kindergarten are not obligatory. It is optional, so you have to pay from your pocket for all these facilities. But from 6 years of age till 15 years of age we have Schulpflicht, means school is compulsory for the children. You don't have only to have education, but going to the school means homeschooling is forbidden in Germany. You have to go to school, you have to send your child to the school from 6 years of age till 15 years of age. At the age of 6 years, kids get enrolled in first class, and till 10 years of age around you have like fourth class, then it is a primary school. From after fourth class, based on the grades of fourth class, kids get admission in fifth class, different type of school. So on the basis of their competency grades in fourth class, the kids are divided into different type of school categories. One is Hauptschule, or we call it Gesamtschule, or we call it Mittelschule. Number 2 is Realschule, or number 3 is Gymnasium. Hauptschule is the system in which kids can get minimum education till 8th class, and then they go for their profession of their choice. Like they can be a gardener, they can be a carpenter, they can become a hairdresser. It's up to them. Actually, it is a very good system that kids who are not good in education, not very intellectually inclined to studies, they can go for straightway start earning money after minimum education of 8th class. And then we have Realschule. Realschule is a bit better kids for educationally inclined kids, and in that they get education till 10th class, and then they can go for their vocational training. We have Gymnasium. Gymnasium is for the kids who are very academically inclined, and they get prepared for the university. So not every child goes to the university. It's up to them how much they want to study and in which profession they want to go to. Berufsschule, Hauptschule or Mittelschule, what they are called, they're also not that bad. They're actually kids start earning at a very beginning initial stages, and after that they go for master program and become master in carpentry, master in building houses. They get very good professionally. They actually earn sometimes better than engineers. In Realschule you can also do Gymnasium later on. If later on they get, sometimes kids get educationally inclined on later stages, especially the boys, so they can later on decide to do Abitur, which is normally after completing Gymnasium education. After 12th class we have an Abitur. Abitur is actually your entrance exam for higher education. On the basis of Abitur grades, it is very, very competitive. Only kids who get very, very good grades, very, very good note, they get admission to the university of their choice. Otherwise they will have to go to any field of study with whatever they get admission to, or a far university. So, and grading system is also like grade 1 is for highest marks, 90% plus above, and grade 2 80% plus above, and grade 3 4 5 and 6 is actually failure, but they don't call it fail, they just call it grade 6. Here in Germany, education is actually free of cost. We have to buy some minimum books, some literature books or something. Sometimes we have to buy it, but tuition classes, school fees, there is zero. Stress is more on the practical learning. There is not so much rote learning, and learning by heart. I mean, there is more focus on that every child should participate in the class. They have separate grades for the students for participation in the class, that they communicate with the teacher, they answer the questions, they ask the questions. So there are also grades based on that, and they are added to the report card. Then we have these schools also. It is not only for education. If a child is more inclined for the language learning, for example, then they can go for Sprachschule, and where they are more into Latin or Spanish, French, everything they learn. And then there are schools which are more for sport. Like if you're athletic, if a person wants to do a boxing or some type of even dance, then there are schools based on that which they really want focus on the sport of that. So for sport based, they have the gymnasium, and then they have also schools for the arts. If some kids are very intelligent, they're very inclined towards the arts, so there are also arts based schools. So it's really very good that every child on the basis of their own interest can get admission to the schools they want. Like sometimes some children are a little bit have learning difficulties like dyslexia, or they have a physically inabilities, or they have some mentally challenged kids. For those children, they have special schools, and they get their education there. Like I said, in Germany, education system is more practical oriented. So kids keep on going to extra activities. They go to university for hearing lectures. My kids are learning English in the school as a second language option. So they went to England for 10 days, and they also have their student exchange programs. So there is more focus on the kids learning from the outdoor, in the real world. Majority of the population doesn't believe in extra tuitions, so extra tuition system doesn't work there. If a child is not doing something well in the subject, either he changes a school, or it is also really not looked down upon when a child repeats a class. So suppose if a child doesn't get good grades in one class, it is perfectly normal that he repeats a class. Instead of taking it as a failure, they just think that it is a part of learning process, which I really like about the German education system, that there is no stress on the children, yet it is competitive, that yes, there is a stress that we have to do a little bit better, but if they fail to do that, it is really not looked down upon. They are motivated that yeah, you can do it again till that you can do it best. Holidays in Germany. Holidays in Germany varies from state to state. There are only 180 working days, like for in schools and universities, and rest of the time are holidays. But they don't want traffic jams on the highways, so it varies from state to state. If there are autumn holidays right in October from 1st to 10th of October in one state, it will be from 15th October to 25th October in another state. It helps in the tourism industry also, so there is not much blockage. And it is very important that kids plan their holidays only in that specified period. When the school is going on, students are not allowed to take free time, and they are not allowed to go for holidays or outside to make their trips. It is important that whatever the state is defined, only then they go for holidays. Otherwise, they even are standing at the airport to catch the people who are going with their kids outside for the trips when the school is already going on. So school, this Schulpflicht, this they take it very, very seriously. So I'm also often asked for which field of studies Germany is famous for. Germany is very well known for its engineering area. Engineering is very, very sophisticated and very well advanced here. And also automobile industry is very famous of Germany. You know, all the BMW or Volkswagen, they are German based brands. Manufacturing industry, robotics, for medicine, it is like there are special universities for like medicine area. You have to go to Heidelberg or you have to go to Munich. For engineering, you can go to Stuttgart. So there are universities in specialized areas in different parts of Germany. It depends on in which area of study you want to do your major, and then you can apply to the universities on the basis of that. So I hope I have answered all your queries. But if you still have any doubt, please feel free to write to me in the comment box. If you like this video, please press the like button, share it with your family and friends, and please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.